Chris Sewall here, baseball card collector, investor, dealer, in that order. Welcome, everyone. High rollers time. I'm going to do it a little bit different than usual on this one. I'm going to look at the 18, what I'll call most accomplished pitchers whose career started after 1980, and check out their highest-selling sports cards of all time. Calling this one high-ish rollers because some of these pitchers don't have a very, expensive sale ever, given how great they were and compared to some of the high-end sales we've seen over the last few years. I'm going to tie it all together with an absolutely stunning statistic at the very end. The way I came up for which 18 pitchers to use, basically my opinion, but includes the 12 Hall of Famers who fit that criteria, plus 4 others who are sort of obvious future Hall of Famers, including 3 that are still active, and then 2 other guys who's Hall of Fame worthy but are not in for other reasons, if you want to sort of try to figure out who I'm talking about up front here. We'll run through them from lowest record sale up to the highest record sale, and again, we'll tie it all together with a stunning stat at the end. The list starts off with Curt Schilling, who's one of the quote-unquote other category players, not in the Hall of Fame. He's got the highest career WAR of any player not in the Hall of Fame who wasn't PEDs or banned from baseball. His only Major League rookie is 1989 Donruss, a very, very common card, height of the junk wax era. In a PSA 10, the card's only like $50, but in a BGS Pristine 10, much rarer. The pop on a PSA 10 is over 1,000. Very, very few BGS 10s exist, and this one went for $960 late in 2024, and that in fact is the all-time record sale, at least that I could find, for any Curt Schilling card ever. Next up is the first of 4 relievers on this list, and that's recent Hall of Fame inductee Billy Wagner. Rookie cards are from 1994, and the 1994 SP, as you can see here, is not a rare card at all, but it's extremely condition sensitive. Very tough card to get in a PSA 10. In fact, it's just a pop 7 in a PSA 10. And this card here sold for $1,800 in early 2024, and that still is the all-time record sale for any Billy Wagner card ever. Next up on the list is Tom Glavine. The problem for a lot of these players is that the rookie cards were in the junk wax era, so they just don't have any valuable rookie cards, and you're going to see a lot of non-rookie cards on this list. This Tom Glavine's 2-time Cy Young winner, 10-time All-Star, World Series MVP, one of the very last 300-game winners, all-time great pitcher here, 81 career WAR, and his most valuable sale is a 2022 Topps Dynasty, so not even a playing days card, 101 Logo Man patch auto. The card sold for just over $2,000 back in mid-2023. Just ahead of Glavine is our second reliever. That's Trevor Hoffman, who I think gets overshadowed a little bit, or forgotten a little bit because he was overshadowed by the greatest reliever of all time, who played basically the exact same time period that he played. Hoffman, is in the discussion for the second greatest reliever of all time, and he currently ranks second all time in career saves. His most expensive sale of all time is this 1998 Metal Universe Precious Metal Gems PSA Mint 9. The PMGs are serial numbered out of 50 this year and are extremely condition sensitive, so Mint 9s are extremely rare. This one was sold for $2,601 about 6 months ago or so in late 2024 on eBay. Moving up the charts, we come to Mike Mussina of your Baltimore Orioles and later your New York Yankees. Mussina, another player whose rookie cards are in the height of the junk wax era, 1991, so not a lot of value in his rookies. His most valuable sale ever is this card here, 1998 Skybox EX 2001 Essential Credentials Now, which is serial numbered out of just 24. It's a PSA near mint 7, and it sold this year in April of 2025 for $2,605, ousting the Trevor Hoffman by $4. Sticking with pitchers whose rookie cards are in the heart of the junk wax era, John Smoltz, whose rookie cards are from 1989, and that's just not a good year for sports card values as everything was mass-produced. Even in a PSA 10, John Smoltz rookies just aren't going to be worth a whole lot. His most valuable sale is from this card here, 1998 Metal Universe Precious Metal Gem. Second time we've seen a card from this set on the list. This one's a PSA near mint 7. Again, these PMGs serial numbered out of 50. And this one went for $3,500 back in 2024, early 2024. It's also serial numbered 01 of 50 if you feel that matters. Next up is our most recent Hall of Fame inducted pitcher, CC Sabathia, who was just elected a few months ago. Rookie cards from 1999. Here's one where the rookie card is actually his highest selling card. 1999 Bowman Chrome Gold Refractor. It's serial numbered out of 25, and this is a PSA 8 This one sold for $3,500 in January of this year. That's his highest selling card to date. Next up is our third of four relievers, Lee Smith, who actually retired as the all-time leader in career saves, although at this point he's been taken over by a number of guys. His rookie cards are from 1982, and they can be tough to get in Gem Mint 10 grade. 1982 Topps PSA Gem Mint 10 is his all-time record-selling card. Went for $3,600. It should be noted that this was sort of during the COVID boom. The card today sells for about half that, more like $1,800. And in a PSA 10, it is a Pop 65. Next up is a first player from our Future Hall of Famers category, and that's Zach Greinke, who I think is basically a lock for the Hall of Fame at some point. I guess it's possible he doesn't get in, but 78 career WAR should get him in quite easily. Rookie cards from 2002, and he does not have very many rookie cards, so they're actually pretty tough to come by. His most expensive selling card ever was this one, 2002 Bowman Chrome Refractor PSA Gem Mint 10. This card's serial numbered out of 300. This is his rookie, and this particular copy sold for $4,590 in mid-2023 on eBay. Roy Halladay is next, 2019 Hall of Fame inductee. Rookie cards are from 1997. Again, not very many rookie cards. I think just a Bowman and Bowman's Best and a Bowman Chrome, maybe. There are some parallels of that, but none of them have sold as high as this card here. 1999 Fleer Brilliance 24 karat gold. Beautiful looking card, and these are serial numbered out of 24. This PSA Gem Mint 10 copy sold for $5,322 in January of this year. That's Halladay's record sale to date. All right, our first active player on here, first of three, is Max Scherzer, three-time Cy Young Award winner. He should easily make the Hall of Fame shortly after he retires. First Bowman Chrome card here from 2008, and this red refractor, which is serial numbered out of just 5, PSA Mint 9. That's his highest selling card to date. It went for $5,770 in April of 2024, again on eBay. Along with Glavine and Smoltz, we have our third Atlanta Braves starting pitcher, superstar, Greg Maddux, a 4-time Cy Young Award winner. And Maddux, like the previous two Braves guys, rookie cards were in the junk wax era, 1987. So even his rookies in super high grade just don't hold a whole lot of value. His most expensive sale card ever is this 1999 Skybox EX Century Essential Credentials Now. Graded PSA near mint 8, super rare card. It's serial numbered out of 14, and yeah, this card sold for $6,712. Pull out your change purse and throw an extra 44 cents on top of that. I want to pause just here for a second and think about it. We're well past halfway through the list here. There's only 6 or 7 pitchers left, and we're still at $6,700 for an all-time sale of an all-time great pitcher like Greg Maddux. Think of all the players we've seen 5, 6, 7-figure sales over the last few years. Active guys like Fernando Tatis and Juan Soto and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Jason Dominguez and Paul Skeens and Shohei Ohtani and Aaron Judge, of course. And you can go back into the previous era and Ken Griffey Jr. and Ichiro and Pujols, and everybody I just named has seen probably a 6-figure sale, if not high 5-figure sales. And I just rattled off 10 names without even thinking about it. And we're still in the $6,000 range for starting pitchers as we approach the top of this list. It sort of just represents how collectors just don't value pitchers in the same way that they value hitters. Next up, Pedro Martinez, rookie cards from 1991, Hall of Famer and 3-time Cy Young Award winner. Yeah, 1991, again, not a good year for card value, so not a lot of values in his rookies. His most expensive sale to date is this one, 1999 Metal Universe Precious Metal Gems, another PMG serial numbered out of 50. This is a near mint 8 from PSA. And again, an 8 is a pretty high grade for a PMG, as they are very susceptible to chipping along the edges and corners. This one sold for $6,900, again on eBay, about a year ago in April of 2024. Fourth pitcher in a row with at least 3 Cy Young Awards. Randy Johnson actually had 5 Cy Young Awards. And like a bunch of the guys on this list, rookie cards from 1989, just not a lot of value in cards from 1989. So to find his most expensive sale ever, you got to go to this 1997 Flair Showcase Legacy Masterpiece. It's a 1-of-1, and this is actually the very first set to ever feature 1-of-1s. Well, there was a couple sets from 1997, but 1997 is the first year where the 1-of-1 appears on sports cards. This card sold for $9,760 in earlier this year, so just short of five figures. And on that note, just to sort of push the point I mentioned a little bit ago, there's only 4 players left on the list here, and we have yet to crack five figures. And I mean, think about Randy Johnson, Pedro Martinez, Greg Matt. These are all-time great pitchers, and they've never even seen a five-figure sale, whereas players like Jason Dominguez and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. have seen, sales in the $500,000 range, 50x. Just sort of mind-boggling to think about. But here's our fourth and final reliever, Mariano Rivera, who's widely considered to be the greatest reliever of all time. Rookie cards, 1992 Bowman. It's actually a fairly valuable card, but has never seen a sale as high as this PMG here. 1998 Metal Universe Precious Metal Gems, again serial numbered out of 50. And this PSA near mint 8 copies sold for $14,641. Check your couch cushions to see if you can come up with an extra 20 cents to cover the cost on this one. Down to the final 3, and our bronze medal winner is Roger Clemens, who is not in the Hall of Fame because of PEDs. But if you just went by numbers, he would probably rank, perhaps number 1 all time, or at least since, let's say, World War II as a starting pitcher. Rookie cards are from 1985. He has an 84 Fleer update as well. So there's a little sort of before the junk wax era. There's still not a whole lot of value because stuff was really overproduced. But the Tiffany's were quite rare, at least for the era. So his 1985 Topps Tiffany rookie here sells for big bucks. This PSA 10 went for $22,600. That was during the COVID boom, so it's a bit inflated. It wouldn't go for that high now, but that is the all-time record sale for a Roger Clemens card. And our top 2 are both active players. Number 2 is Justin Verlander, future Hall of Famer for sure. 81 career WAR, 3-time Cy Young Award winner, 2 World Series, lots of hardware to go with it, so he will easily make it at some point. 2005 Bowman Chrome, first Bowman Chrome card. This a red refractor autograph graded an SGC 9 with a 10 for the auto. Serial number out of 5 is his highest selling card of all time. It went for $26,400 in a Goldin auction back in April of 2022. It is the only SGC card on this list. And the number 1 spot amongst the 18 most accomplished pitchers since 1980 goes to Clayton Kershaw, our third and obviously final active player here. Another 3-time Cy Young Award winner, lots of hardware. He will easily make the Hall of Fame, most likely on the first ballot 5 years after he retires. Same set as the Justin Verlander we just saw, just 3 years later. 2008 Bowman Chrome, first Bowman Chrome card, red refractor auto. This one's graded a BGS 10 pristine with a 10 for the auto. Also serial numbered out of just 5. And this one blows everything else on this list out of the water. 6-figure sale here, $123,221. That was in a Goldin auction in late 2024. Now, for anyone wondering, the all-time record sale of a sports card of a pitcher in history is, up until a couple of months ago, I should say, was this Nolan Ryan rookie, 1968 Topps Nolan Ryan rookie. This PSA Gem Mint 10 copy sold for just over $600,000. It's actually all the way back in 2016 in a heritage auction, pre-COVID. So this would sell for a whole lot more than this today, I would certainly guess. But a couple of months ago, a new record sale for a pitcher card for a pitcher was set. And before I dive into that, I need to shout out Teapot from the Market Movers channel. I got the idea for this sort of closing concept from one of his videos a couple months ago, the most ignorant sports card purchases of all time, which is a really, really great video. I'll include a link to it in the description below if you want to check it out. But this Paul Skeens, and I did a video on this, or I mentioned it in one of my High Rollers videos. This 2024 Topps Chrome update, Major League debut patch auto, Paul Skeens. It's a 101 PSA Gem Mint 10, DNA 10 for the auto. It's got all the things you want. This sold for over $1 million, $1,110,000. And I want to just step back and think about that in comparison to every card I just showed you on this list. Here's a chart. The Paul Skeens went for over $1 million. The 18 top ranked pitchers, or the 18 most accomplished pitchers since 1980, their top sale card of all time added up comes to just short of $250,000. So the Paul Skeens is 4 times more valuable, or sold for 4 times higher than all the other, all 18 cards combined. And I just stop and try to make sense of that. Now, I know the Paul Skeens is fancier in that it has the Major League debut patch, and none of the other cards can can compete with that, and it's a 1-of-1. But I mean, just let that sink in. Like, here's a chart I made kind of just for fun. Here's the all-time Cy Young Awards, wins, World Series rings, and career WAR accumulated of the 18 players. And you can see that compared to the Paul Skeens. Again, the Paul Skeens card sold for 4 times the amount of all 18 top-selling cards of the 18 players on this list combined. And if you want to say, yeah, but Paul Skeens had such an amazing rookie season, he could end up being better than all these players. I mean, technically, yeah, but, you know, Dwight Gooden, Steven Strasburg, Kerry Wood, and a dozen other such players have entered the chat. Now, I should point out that the Paul Skeens was actually purchased by Dick's Sporting Goods, and they're basically just using it as a marketing item. They probably don't care that much about the long-term value of the card. They're just looking to get some marketing value out of it over the next few years, and yeah, they probably will. So in that sense, from their perspective, it doesn't really matter, and it probably won't end up being a bad purchase. But just the idea that this Paul Skeens, who has nowhere near the accomplishments of any of the other 18 players I just mentioned on this list, and most likely will not reach the accomplishments of most, if not all of them, goes for $1 million versus all the other sales. It's just really amazing to think about in terms of where the hobby has gone recently. And I'm not judging it either way. I'm just pointing it out. And I want to throw out a hypothetical to the viewers. I'm curious to hear what people think. If you could have one of the 2 cards on screen free of charge, remember the Clayton Kershaw sold for just over $100,000. The Paul Skeens sold for just over $1 million. You can have one of them free of charge, but the caveat is you cannot sell it for at least 10 years. You have to hold on to it for 10 years or longer. And at that point, you can either keep it or sell or do whatever you want with it. But if you could have one of the 2, which of the 2 cards would you choose? Really curious to hear what people think. But that's it. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Eat your vegetables. May the force be with you, and see you all again next time. Thanks, everyone.